That's live, pal.
What a time to be alive. It's the Babyface Broadcast here on True Triple R 88.5. This is a show about putting on Australia's greatest wrestling event. I'm your host, Lord Mark Williamson. Sitting across from me in the studio is my co-conspirator, Dann Lennard.
Hello, Mark. We've got another jam-packed episode, I'm sure.
We certainly do. Well, look, a lot of controversy from last week.
Yeah, we've been getting into feuds with podcasters on the other side of the country.
Well, they've been getting into feuds with us.
Well,
to be honest, we didn't start anything.
We didn't start the fire.
We didn't start the fire, but it's always burning and the world is turning.
Exactly. Yeah, look, I think they just got upset because we said a few home truths last week.
Yes. So I think they've been. I think they might have been phoning up our venue, Lower Henley Diggers Club.
Get out of town.
Because I visited Lower Henley Diggers Club.
Yes.
The kind of temporary office, of course, with the Ride Ripper Norm Prendergast.
Was that a wise idea?
It was, because we had to touch base and talk. So we talked to lovely Deborah there. And I even recorded some of it for a segment. So it's coming up later in the show. I believe you have also been scoping our competition, Dann Lennard.
They have been stealing so many of our ideas, Mark.
So Australian Championship Wrestling has stolen so much. They have come in after us. They've taken all our ideas.
All our thunder.
Yes.
Well, trying to.
Yep. So we will be discussing that, Dan. What has been happening with you this week, though?
Well, I have to say, I've been recovering from wearing my my mask.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Training going well?
Training, yeah. Look, no, not that well. I'm a bit out of shape, Mark. I have to say, and I'm struggling with some of the big moves. I've been, a few niggling injuries.
So, if for our listeners, if you just tuned in for the first time, Dann Lennard is having his first wrestling match on Australian Wrestling Legends All In, wrestling the former IWA heavyweight champion Randall.
Yes.
Foolish move, do you think?
Some could call it foolhardy.
Some could call it foolhardy. I mean, you did get a bit ahead of yourself, but that is coming up.
Yeah, look, I am quietly confident that with the training I've received from several fine trainers.
Several fine trainers.
Like the Ride Ripper Norm Prendergast.
Yes.
And a certain masseuse who I will remain nameless.
Who wants nothing to do with you.
Not anymore. But it's okay, I got what I wanted from her.
I'm sure you did.
Training,
exactly.
Do my mean Bronco Buster.
Exactly, yes, of course.
Look, I feel confident that Randall is going to get the hiding of his life if I don't do my back in first.
If you don't do your back in first.
Yeah, that's the only concern.
So are you actually going to show up to this match, or are you going to be injured?
Well,
because it's pretty ironclad. You signed an ironclad contract.
Yeah, I know. I've checked with my lawyers. I can't get out of it.
Can't get out of it. And look, I'd release you for it, but you made your own bed.
You're still kind of annoyed with me.
You made your own bed.
We had a blow up on air a few weeks back, and you're still harbouring a bit of a grudge.
Not really. I've told him to go easy on you.
Oh, have you now?
Yeah, I have. He'll go easy on you.
Look, it could be ugly. I can't get out of it, Mark. If nothing else, I mean, I assume you want me to be at the show, we'll be commentating at the show.
Oh yeah. Commentating wrestling. You'd be like Jerry Lawler.
I thought you were going to say Jerry Lewis.
No, you'd be like not Jerry Lewis. You're
the Dean Martin to my Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of people say that, but you'll be like Jerry the King Lawler. You'll be commentating, having a bit of a wrestle, and not hopefully being as sleazy as him. Hopefully not. Well, folks, coming up next, Dan will be telling us about Australian Championship Wrestling and how they're ripped. This is a show about putting on Australia's greatest wrestling event. I'm your host, Lord Mark Williamson. Sitting across from me is a angry Dann Lennard. He's got papers in his hand.
I am furious, Mark.
Furious.
I'm furious about this Australian Championship Wrestling ACW show on June 20 at the Padstow RSL.
Rubbish place.
Rubbish company. They are stealing all our ideas. And I said this in the last couple of weeks, and I'm not joking. It just keeps on going.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the latest thing, right?
So what's been happening?
Okay, well, firstly, I wanted to go to their website.
Yep.
Check it out. My computer would not let me. My PC refused to let me go to their website.
Filled full of malware.
Apparently.
Malware, I believe. A lot of the programs not allowed in.
Yeah. So
I even tried on my laptop, couldn't get in.
So I couldn't access their tickets.
If you do have an Apple though, you can Apple computers allow you in.
And what happens when you do that?
Oh, it's a website. Apple computers block all that sort of stuff.
Okay, right. So it's automatic. Okay,
Yeah,
so apparently that's where you can get the tickets.
Yeah, if you've got an Apple phone or a Apple computer, you can access the website.
It's incredibly expensive. But, I guess the tickets. But, I mean, look, obviously, if you want the cream of Sydney's elite to turn up to ACW's first show, you're going to charge top dollar. So yeah, look, it's
how much are they charging per chance?
We talked about this. I think it was $55 for a general admission.
55 general admission.
$65 for front row.
Wasn't it like a $500 dining experience?
You get the finest Wagyu beef burgers and cheesecake.
Now, when I looked at the website, they said there was only 13 general admission tickets left.
Oh.
13.
Look, good luck to them. They've obviously, in all seriousness, if they can get a big crowd there, it wouldn't surprise me because I think there's going to be a lot of friends and allies to the promoter Hassan who are going to be turning up for the first show.
A lot of papered tickets, papered event. You know what a papered event is?
I have heard that term, but explain to the listeners.
There's a lot of free tickets, a lot of come see the show. Here's free tickets. Come along. I also think there'll probably be a lot of the sponsors, the wacky sponsors they've got have probably been given like 20, 40 tickets for their employees, families, all that sort of stuff to come watch a wrestling show. So it is a great way to get people in, I guess, and you can claim we've got a big sellout show when you've papered the place.
Interesting, I went to the Padstow RSL official website, Mark. No mention of the show on the website.
Yes.
I'm thinking, is this something like what's happening with the Lower Henley Diggers Club? I mean, I don't know whether their official website mentions our show.
Well, the Lower Henley Diggers Club, we're launching the opening night of the Lower Henley Diggers Club.
Yeah.
So, of course, we're being mentioned. But there's a lot of thing in professional wrestling where if you're running a show and you can either get the club to help you put the show on, they'll advertise as part of their entertainment, or you can just hire the room as a private event, and it's not going to be included as part of the club's official entertainment. So you find a lot of boxing promotions do that.
Yes.
And this does seem to have a lot of things in common with boxing promotions.
Like the pricing of tickets.
Come sit down, watch wrestling, have a Wagyu burger. A lovely glass of spumante.
And a shrimp cocktail.
I
love a good shrimp cocktail.
So, a lot of these things, I said, it's probably done as a private event. It's like having a wedding. They don't advertise weddings with heaps of people in it. So this is just probably the reason it's not on there. So I dare say it's been paid for the room.
So a wedding with spandex.
That's it, a wedding with spandex.
Okay. So, yes. So, look, they're trundling along. Everything we do, they seem to listen to our show and then copy it. So we should suggest something like really crazy, like, we've hired monkeys to be referees or like, security or something, and then, watch them go to the nearest wildlife park or zoo and rent out a bunch of chimpanzees.
Well, yes, yeah. We could do that. We're going to have the baboon battle royal.
Oh, I've dreamed of that. I actually have dreamed of that.
We have a bunch of wild baboons and throw them into the ring, and they need to be eliminated over the top rope. And the winning baboon wins a sash.
And do you know how hard that, and a banana? But do you know how hard that is? Because with their prehensile, their fingers, right? They can hook onto anything. It's really hard to toss a baboon over.
It requires a lot of skill. Yeah. That's why the baboon battle royal is like a very plus to the Australian wrestling business, I think.
You know what, Mark? We're joking about this, but I suddenly have a light bulb has gone off over my head, and I'm thinking, I know a wildlife park. It's a bit dodgy.
Oh yeah,
they could do with a bit of extra coin going their way. I think we might have to organise this.
The baboon battle royal.
A baboon.
Do you know a place that has a lot of baboons?
Yeah, I do.
Wasn't there a baboon that escaped a lab in Sydney years ago?
No, it's an animal park. It's not. It's not.
It's an animal park.
It's not a testing laboratory.
It's not a lab.
No.
It's not a lab.
No, absolutely not, Mark. But honestly, I think I can rent them out for the night. I think this could do big business for us.
Massive business,
especially when we need to sell tickets at $130. I mean,
I've been working on that.
ACW selling their tickets at $55 a pop, and we're doing it like double, more than double.
I've been working on
We need baboons. I think we need baboons.
I've been working on lowering the cost, Dan Lennard, because, like, say what you will about this Australian Championship Wrestling. They've ripped us off. I'm ripping them off.
Okay.
I'm ripping them off. We said that last show. So I've been working very, very, very hard to get sponsors so we can lower the cost. So, because I said, we're like 35 grand in the hole for this event, just for advertising.
That's scary.
And then 10 grand to basically put on a show. So we're 45 grand in the hole. We've got 5 grand from the South Sandwich Island Tourism Board.
Yes.
We've got sponsorships from Bunkers Warehouse.
Bunkers.
If you need a bunker, go to Bunkers Warehouse, located at Berrogong Road. It's Berrogong. It's a bit of a drive, but if you need a bunker, it's the place to go.
Yep. And
we've got this new sponsor. So I'm going to play this ad for you now, Dan. And after that, let me know what you think.
Are you looking to boost your confidence?
Hoo-yah!
Wanting to learn the skills to defend yourself and your loved ones?
Hoo-yah!
Want to find a way to meet some great friends?
Hoo-wah!
Well, come on down to Count Dante's Martial Art Dojo, where we teach you all sorts of martial arts, whether it be Kung Fu, Hapkido, Taekwondo, and Karate.
Count Dante's Martial Arts Dojo, available Berrogong Road, Berrogong. Proud sponsor of Australian wrestling legends All In.
Okay, so Dan, that's our sponsor. Count Dante's Martial Arts.
Is that the real Count Dante? I thought he died like in 1975. The guy who used to be in all the Marvel comic ads with the dim muck death touch.
I assume he is a Count Dante.
A Count Dante.
A Count Dante, but he sounded confident.
You know, he was a hairdresser, the real Count Dante.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he had a fine afro.
Well, enough of that guy. What do you think about our new ad?
Oh, no, it's great. Look,
is that great? It's
money. It's all money, Mark. And that ad was do you want me to say it was brilliant? It was brilliant, Mark.
See, this is how we treat our sponsors. Brilliant. A big thank you to Count Dante's Martial Arts, also located in Berrogong, for sponsoring Australian wrestling legends All In. Remember, the best defense is a good offense.
That's what I've heard.
That's what you've heard. Knows what we're going to hear next?
What?
Going to listen to me and the Ride Ripper visit Deborah from the Lower Henley Diggers Club. Earlier in the week, I had to go visit our venue, which is the Lower Henley Diggers Club. Now, Dan, I went there with Norm Prendergast, the Ride Ripper. So we went and talked to Deborah because she was worried that we haven't contacted after Jessica phoned us last week on the show. So I brought a microphone in and recorded a bit of a segment. Here it is.
Hi there. Can I help you? What's with all the microphones?
Hi, are you Deborah?
Yeah, I am. And who are you weirdos?
Wow, weirdos. I'm Lord Mark Williamson from the Babyface Broadcast. And this is the Ride Ripper himself, Norm Prendergast. Hello there. Hello.
I've been waiting for you both. Jessica said that I'd hear from you. I never heard from you. I've been sending emails. It's great that you're both here, but why do you have microphones? Why is he wearing a mask? What is this?
Well, we are recording a segment for our radio show, the Babyface Broadcast on 2RRR. Our show is about putting on Australia's greatest wrestling event. I thought this is an important part of putting on this event, talking to the venue.
Right. So yeah, we are going to be putting on Australia's greatest event, I would expect. And so it is great that you're here. Yeah. But you're telling me this is going to be on the radio?
Yes, this is on the radio.
Okay, look.
It'll be fine. You sound great, by the way. You sound fantastic.
Okay, look.
Have you ever thought of being on radio?
Can we just get to the point? Okay, So you're here. I have some...
And I'm wearing the mask because I'm a professional wrestler, you see, and I don't want people knowing my identity. If I was to leave the house, I know who I am. So I put the mask on to disguise myself because, you know, I'm the Ride Ripper.
Okay, but... even if you're wearing the mask and people don't know who you blah. Oh my gosh, this is weird. Okay, look, great, you're here. I have some concerns.
Okay. We've got some concerns too, to be honest.
Okay, well, I go first because you're here invading my space. So, look, you're clearly incompetent, okay?
How are we incompetent?
You've agreed to be involved in a event planning. It doesn't seem to me like you actually know how to do anything correctly.
Well, look, I'm not sure if you've been listening to our radio show, the Babyface Broadcast.
No, I haven't.
We've been planning this since January. There's been lots of planning. Now, it might be a bit radio silent with you, pardon the pun, because I've been trying to get all the money to pay for this advertising that we didn't know we had to do. And this guy here signed a contract and didn't bother reading it.
Okay, well, clearly you've already indicated that there are a few areas where you need to work on. Firstly, if you are in the event management business, you would know that there would be advertising costs, and absolutely should know that you should read a contract and your email. So I've been sending an email to rideripper@bigpond.com. That is the email that Jessica sent to me. Clearly, I may have the wrong email, but please explain.
Norm, have you been checking your emails? You're supposed to forward these for me. It's like Norm got himself in a lot of trouble. He signed his contract, not reading it. I'm trying to help out and dig out of this thing. Norm, why haven't you been sending me emails?
Oh, what emails? I've just got some random Henley Diggers, and I don't know if it's a real. I've never contacted that person before. I don't know who Deborah from Lower Henley Diggers Club is, so I'm not going to answer emails from strangers. I've heard the ads on 2RRR about being scammed, and I'm not going to answer emails willy-nilly from someone I don't even know. I know her now, so I suppose I can answer them.
Exactly, you know me because we're in a contract together. You signed the contract.
Norm, if you get emails, just forward them to me, okay?
That's all right.
All right, well, maybe you should also give me your email.
Yeah, I'll give you my email, no worries. Lord Mark Williamson, Lord of the Realm.
Okay, look, I'm not going there right now. I have also been getting some calls from a real dodgy sounding person.
Yeah.
And they've been complaining about you. They've been telling me not to get involved with you. And I've been listening to them because for all I know, you are quite dodgy. You seem quite incompetent.
But he signed a contract, so that doesn't really matter, does it?
Well, it does, but because we may have someone better who wants to be involved. We keep hearing something about a new wrestling promotion coming in Sydney, something about it's going to be the next best thing. Look, and, I'm intrigued.
It's not going to be the next best thing. Trust us. We are going to put on Australia's greatest wrestling show. We are Australian wrestling legends because there's a legendary man here, the Ride Ripper Norm Prendergast, coming out of retirement as well.
This old man?
Yeah, he's having a match.
Okay, that's actually really quite concerning. We'll get to that.
What's so concerning about that?
Well, you've
still got lead in my pencil, young lady. Don't you worry about that. I can still grapple with the best of it.
I really don't want to know about the lead in anyone's pencil right now. I am quite concerned to hear about a man of your age and stature getting in a wrestling ring. So that actually raises another point that I need to talk about with you is insurance. Please tell me, what is your insurance status?
We've got insurance. Don't worry about it. We've got public liability insurance.
We need public liability insurance.
Of course.
For $30 million.
30
so where
million?
are you at?
30 million?
Yes.
It used to be 20.
Well, another point in why maybe you shouldn't be in this particular...
Oh, come on. Fair go.
All right.
Well, we signed a contract. I'll get $30 million. No worries. And we don't worry about insurance. He signed a waiver.
Okay. So...
All the wrestlers have signed waivers.
Okay, great. So that's all in order then?
That's in order, yeah.
Okay.
But for insurance, though, I need to know, do you have your insurance and things?
Of course we have insurance. We are a professional establishment.
Lower
Henley Diggers Club. We're going to be opening. It's going to be a really big event. It's high stakes. We're trusting you.
Look, you're not an establishment yet. I mean, what happens if you guys have to, there's still months before it opens up. What happens if something was to happen to your building and we've laid out all this cost of money and the show doesn't happen? What's going to happen? Was that $30,000 gone? Are you insured to cover us?
Well, we are insured. We have all our insurance.
It's on the water there, covered for flooding.
We are insured.
Fire, you covered for fire. Just if there was a fire in the building and something was to happen, and it will cover all this.
I am actually not comfortable having this conversation with microphones. I think we need to talk about the specifics. So can we continue this conversation without the recording, please?
It's really going to ruin our radio segment. I had this planned for 10 minutes, but all right, sure.
That's not my problem.
All right, well, yep, we'll talk offline. How'd you think that went, Dan?
Look, it could have gone better. It's pretty much like everything when it comes to organising this show, Mark. It feels like it could have gone better.
It probably could have, I guess.
She was a bit aggressive towards you, though, I have to
She
say.
was aggressive. It's turned out Norm has not answered any of the emails that she sent or forwarded it because he thought it was a scam. So,
Why? Who gave him an email address and trusted him with that and thought it would work out well?
Well, Jessica Bland.
Obviously.
Well, Norm had an email address, obviously. He's the Ride Ripper. So, look, we've got some problems, Dan. As I said earlier on the show, we've got a special guest to help us out. Rose from PWA. He commentates PWA.
Fine company,
So,
fine interviewer.
Coming up in the next segment, we will have Rose to give us tips to make our show more successful and to be likeable. And we've got a very special guest, Dan.
Who's that?
We have someone who's going to help us in our quest. As you know, I went to the Lower Henley Diggers Club. They said we were like unprofessional.
Yeah,
That
was harsh.
It was pretty harsh.
Yeah.
So hit up a man in the know, a man who works for one of Australia's greatest wrestling promotions, PWA.
Yes.
He's a man that has been all around media. He's a likeable man. And we're asking him for help to help us because I think we need help now. So we have Rose from PWA, one of the great commentators in Australia. Thanks for joining us in the studio.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, Mark. Hello, Dan. Thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome, Rosie. Good to see you.
It is an honour.
Sorry, is that all right if I call you Rosie?
You know what? I get Rosie a lot when I work in my normal work life. I get Rose everywhere else, but yeah, Rosie's. I'm getting used to it.
I feel comfortable calling you Rosie.
It was my dad's nickname, so there you go. It's more of an old school Rosie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
You consider yourself old school?
I'm old.
Well, you're halfway there.
Yeah, there you go. I went to school once. I think we can work with that.
Well,
Sorry.
there's no school like the old school, and he's the headmaster. Let me tell you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Radio training.
Oh, exactly. So, Rose, we brought you in here.
Mm-hmm.
You have you work for PWA.
Yes.
They have a show this Friday.
Yes.
At Liberty Hall. It looks like it's going gangbusters. As you know, we are trying to put on a wrestling show.
Mm-hmm.
Australian wrestling legends. All In.
I love the name.
AWL
Yeah.
In.
Don't want to get sued.
Don't want to get sued.
It's
by
very
Tony
clever.
Khan.
Love a pun.
Yeah, no, thank you. Now, that is happening at the end of August. And look, we could say it hasn't going too well for us, Dan, hasn't it?
It's been a bit disastrous.
Really? Why?
Wow, where do we begin?
There's been lots. Look,
Do you have the time?
I don't think we've got the time to go through everything that's gone
months
wrong.
worth of disaster after disaster.
Wow.
On-air blow-ups, contracts signed that weren't read properly.
Yeah.
Extortion,
Threats
of violence.
Wow.
We need to book a whole bunch of wrestlers that
Yeah.
no one's heard of. We've got a 92-year-old wrestling on the show.
Wow.
Yes, so the Ride Ripper, Norm Prendergast.
Oh,
I know you're a fan.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of Norm Prendergast, the Ride Ripper.
He might drop by in the next segment. We don't.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, we might get him before he's goes on a date. So
I'd
He's
love
always
to
on
meet-
dates,
He is one of the greats. That's the biggest name you have on your show, I think.
yeah. We've got Crackerjack as well.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Yeah,
Crackerjack's
so,
incredible.
He'll
Holy
stab
cow.
you. He'll
This show's
stab you.
great.
Oh, and we got Randall, former
Yeah.
IWA heavyweight
Oh, no.
champion.
Well, Dan's wrestling.
I'm wrestling Randall.
Wait, you're wrestling Randall?
Why do you sound surprised by that?
See, this is what I've had to deal with. Dan got a bit, his head got a bit too big for himself, and he thought he could be a wrestler, and he started throwing his weight around. So I organised a match for him, and he's going to get his ass kicked.
Dan, I don't know if this is a good idea, man. Randall's a pretty dangerous dude.
Yeah, look, I've had some training. I know how to do the Bronco Buster, and I've learned how to do the coffin drop, or as I call it, because my gimmick is I am a left winger.
Right.
So in honour of my idol Gough Whitlam, I now do the Goffin drop, which I think I'm the only person who gets that.
You're the
But
only-
I appreciate Rose there laughing along.
Well, speaking of coffins, let me know if I need to do a eulogy for his funeral after this match.
Well, no worries.
It'll sound great if you do it.
I met Dan once. He was a lovely man.
It means you didn't know me at all.
Lovely man, terrible wrestler. Just the worst.
I guess I'm confused, guys, because there's some great wrestlers you've got on your card here. Why is it not succeeding the way you want it to go?
Well, we need to basically pack this place out with 500 people. And at the moment, we need to do $130 a ticket. Because like a contract was signed we're like 40 grand in the hole.
We had a dodgy co-conspirator who sold us up the river.
Yeah, we got sold up the river.
Yep.
So look,
Okay, $130 a ticket.
I've been trying to get sponsors to get that down.
Okay,
So I'm trying very hard.
Okay.
So as you can see, this is it can be a disaster.
Mm-hmm. Have you tried Ramondus? They're a waste removal company. Used to sponsor the Sharks in rugby league.
I have not tried
Well,
Ramondus.
give them a call,
We
then.
can give them a call.
Yeah, they might
maybe.
be sure.
Yeah.
Maybe. But so we want to know. You have started commentating PWA, and we'll probably say they're kind of punk rock movement, where they've changed just from a suburban wrestling company and became something larger, something that seems to be hip, cool, something
Exciting.
people are excited about the shows,
Right.
and it seems to have like people talk about PWA. So how can we build a audience like PWA has?
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, I've been very lucky the last 8 years with PWA. I've gotten to see that change in the black label shows, which are 18 plus, a bit more racy, a bit more edgy, a bit more younger audience focused. They can drink, they can sing along, they can have a good time. So, you know, it was a big change for us to do that. For you guys, some of the advice I can probably give, because I guess what you're trying to say is, how do you become more likable to your fans, right? How do you become more...
Well, I know I'm likable, but I think Dan has a few problems.
Well,
There's
speak
lots-
for yourself. I mean, I think I'm the most likable person I know.
Well, there's I mean, women don't like you.
They love me.
Women complain about you a lot, Dan. And look, a few people don't like... A lot of wrestling people don't like me because I do say no a lot.
Right.
And also,
Yes.
you did try to, down in Underworld Wrestling, you did try to end all things with your cult.
It was a club. I got accused of running a cult.
Right. Well, so do we.
Yeah. So I was accused of might have started I like to call it a wrestling club down in Melbourne.
Sure.
And a lot of people said it was a cult.
Right.
And
It was a cult.
It was a cult?
It was a cult.
Well, I think most wrestling is a cult.
we had a clubhouse. We ran shows out of our clubhouse in St Kilda.
Right.
We sold chloride.
Right.
You can paint it all the way people didn't like you down there.
There was jackets. There was like club membership
Right,
jackets.
sure.
They had big black hoods.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of
baggy.
those jackets, aren't there?
There might have been
Available?
robes. No, they were the merch. That was my business.
A lot of people were branding the company's logo on their arms.
Yeah.
You didn't ask them to do that, but they just felt inclined.
Oh no, I asked them to
Okay,
do that.
right.
Yeah.
It's a cult.
A lot of people also gave me their finances. I managed it for them for the good of the club, of course.
No, it sounds more like a wrestling company. But
Yeah. So
Look,
and a lot of them don't like me.
I think it's fair to say that we're not as beloved as we feel we should be. We feel like we've done nothing wrong.
Okay.
Really. But people just don't like us.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea of why you think people don't like you guys?
Oh, because you're idiots.
Right,
Yeah,
they're dumb. They're
a bunch
wrong.
of scumbags, especially
Right.
the fans.
They're
the
all
fans
wrong.
are idiots.
Don't get me started.
Jesus.
Man.
Okay.
Oh, my
Only thing
God.
worse than the fans are the wrestlers.
I think I know.
God's
I think I know the
sake,
first
some of
tip
them.
to give you guys.
Yeah.
I think if you want to start a wrestling company in Australia, the most important thing you have to do first is understand how the already existing wrestling scene works in your city.
Yes.
So
okay.
go to some shows, see how that works, and then try and approach starting your way in the wrestling industry with a bit of respect. So, for example, don't call your fans idiots. It's a good one.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's good advice. Would you disagree, Dan?
Have you met wrestling fans?
I have. But it's important to know that you're representing a company now. It's not just you guys on the bill, right? It's
Yeah.
all in.
It's
Do we-
all in.
It's all in. That includes fans.
Yeah. You do have a point.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
You do. You can't call fans idiots anymore.
Well, one of you has to be nice to the fans.
Well, it can't be him. Can't be Mark.
Well,
I
then
mean,
maybe it lands on you, Dan. Okay, do you want to try a little bit? I'm a wrestling fan, and I walk up to you. Hello, Dan. I'm a big fan
shut up.
Okay, so this is not a good start.
That's terrible, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay, no, let me try again. Okay,
Okay.
sorry, I'm just I'm getting into character here.
Hello, Dan. I'm a big wrestling fan. Nice to meet you.
Hello, fan.
Doesn't feel very natural, does it?
No, it's it's lovely to meet you, fan.
Right. Okay. Maybe ask their name instead of calling them fan. Okay, this is not working.
You're asking,
Let's
you're
try
asking
with
for a
me.
lot.
Let's try with Mark. Okay. Hello, Mark. I'm a huge fan of you, Lord Mark.
You're a huge fan. Why, of course you are. Why wouldn't you be a fan of me? It is absolutely great. What was your name?
My name is Dompus.
Dompus.
Yeah.
What a name.
Family
that
name.
is. A family name.
Parents were hippies.
Were they hippies? Whereabout? What sort of hippies? Were they Byron Bay hippies?
Yeah, about that, around the
Around
mushroom
that?
area, yeah.
Oh, okay, around the mushroom area.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
This is going well.
So, you're such a big fan.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Well, first of all, why don't we come to the bar? You can buy me a drink. Second of all,
Guys,
You are sounding so phony.
Guys.
This is so phony.
why was I phony?
well, firstly, you've only talked about yourself so far in this conversation. You did ask my
No,
name.
I asked the name. I
which
asked where
was?
you were from. It was Dompus.
Dompus, thank you.
Which part? So I haven't talked about myself. Which part of? I asked you. Were your hippie parents?
Yeah.
Byron Bay.
Yeah, around the Byron Bay area. To be honest, I disowned them at age 16, so I haven't talked to them since then.
Oh, that's
I changed my
really
name to
good.
Steve, but I still introduce myself as Dompus.
Okay, well, look, how about at this point, I come in on the conversation.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, hello, so you're Steve.
Well, yeah.
Steve. And your parents are hippies.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I got a present for you, Steve.
What's that?
Here's a bar of soap.
Oh, my God.
Because you bloody need it, because you stink, mate.
Okay, this guy's...
terrible.
What have I
Guys,
done wrong?
This is not how you access a new fan base. You're trying to gain trust in the You know what wrestling fans are like. Calling them fan, getting them to buy your drinks, handing them bars of soap. It's pretty
Have
wild.
you ever met a hippie?
Now, just back in the 2000s, like I was involved in wrestling,
Right.
and fans would buy me drinks all the time.
Okay.
I could go after a show and get absolutely hammered and not have to put my own hands in my pocket.
Right.
It was.
You still have that problem.
Are you saying I'm cheap?
It just has weird pockets.
I'm not saying anything, Mark. Also, too, the fans bought you drinks because you threatened them with violence.
Well, that was violence.
Mark, can I ask, are
Yes.
you starting this wrestling company so more people buy you free drinks?
No, it was actually for this radio show.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
We're running out of content.
Right,
So we
great.
just didn't want to talk about wrestling all the time.
That's
we
fine.
were planning a show. But that is a very good reason to run a wrestling show.
Actually,
to be
I
honest.
like that.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
stick with it then.
Yeah, maybe some kind of the first two rows get a chance to buy you
To
a
buy
beer.
me a drink.
Yeah, yeah.
But if they come and tell me they're a great fan,
Rosie, I feel like we're getting off the subject here. We're getting off track, okay? What else do we need to do to not only appeal to the fans? Okay, let's say we're nice
Yeah,
to the fans.
at
okay?
least,
I have
at
to grit
least.
my teeth when I say it. Let's say we're nice
Yeah.
to the fans.
Mm.
But it seems like people that we're dealing with, advertisers, venues, they don't seem to like us either. What can we do to make ourselves more likable and appealing to them?
Well, I think there's something that is tough when you're running wrestling shows in Australia is that there are other companies that say have tried to run the venues before that haven't maybe respected the space. So there is certain venues that have a preconception of what wrestling is.
oh, Bushfire Bounds.
What's that?
Oh, there was a promoter. We call him Bushfire Bounds.
Okay.
He would
Because
burn
everywhere
everything.
he touched, he burnt every venue he went
Right,
to. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just for context, I am quite staunchly PWA. So when we talk outside of PWA, especially outside of Sydney, I'm no expert. So bear with me there. But
Sure.
yeah, I mean, there's you've got to try and approach venues with, again, the same kind of thing, right? Kind. Try and explain to them and show them through your words that you're a different wrestling company to those guys.
So me rocking up with the Ride Ripper in his full mask is probably not the best thing because it did freak out the lady at Lower Henley Diggers.
It is confronting, and it's probably not good for the Ride Ripper to start the conversation.
Oh no, I started it.
Right.
I'm like, hi, I'm Lord Mark Williamson.
Yeah,
And they're like, Lord.
yeah.
But that's my legal title.
Right. Okay.
It's on my card.
Right.
It is. It's on your driver's
It's
license.
on my driver's license.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
credit card.
You got a blue tick. It's official. You're a
No, I'm
lord.
not paying for a blue tick. Paying for a blue tick.
Just take his word for it.
Yeah, but again, guys, it's the same thing. You've got to approach this to build relationships, especially with people that aren't part of your industry, right? So you're trying to play a new venue in Sydney that's never had wrestling before. You've got to be polite. You've got to be kind to them. You've got to not hand them bars of soaps, call them hippies.
Oh, I'd never do that to the venue.
No.
I'd never do that to the idiots who want to sponsor us.
You know what I suggest for you guys? A third party. something in between you and the contact of the venues. Like we use Select Music, great company in Sydney that help us get venues, and it stops us handing them bars of soaps when we're trying to blame it. So maybe you guys need someone in between you and the venue. That can...
we had that.
We had that, and she ripped us off.
Oh, I see. This is why tickets are $130.
This is why tickets are $130.
Okay,
So
bad idea.
Maybe we've got to find someone better. Now, finally, because we're about to run out of time.
Wow, that was so quick.
It just flew by.
It flew by, yeah.
Now, we've got podcasters declaring war on us.
Right.
So you've been in the media industry.
Sure.
How do you deal with like a savage competition that start like going through your personal things and making videos of you like dancing?
Wow.
Yeah.
You dancing?
Of me dancing.
Can you dance?
I have white boy dancing. Right. I think I can dance really good,
right.
But it was used in a mocking way.
Depends how many fans buy you drinks, of course.
Well, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, look, it's I mean, I have to say that I come from a place of privilege because PWA is an established brand and we do shows that we live stream around the world. So competition to us is really focusing on what you're doing and looking forwards and just focusing on your own thing. But that's not a fun answer, is it? Because you guys are coming up with a new company. There's other companies trying to do the same thing as you at the same time.
Yes.
I think
they've actually ripped us off.
And stealing all our ideas.
All of them.
Literally all of them.
I think this calls for a bit of an Eric Bischoff. I think this calls for you guys declaring to fight them in your ring at your show. And you will remember when he declared he wanted to fight Vince McMahon? And he just showed up and stood in the middle of the ring and counted to 10.
That's a brilliant idea.
That's a great idea.
I think
you haven't had much tonight, but that's not a bad idea at all.
Right? I mean, I'm just thinking wrestling terms here. If you and again, you want to appeal to the fans, you want to get people in the door, you want to build the hype around a feud. You guys versus whoever your competitors are coming up. If you call them out and say, I want you to be at All In and face me one-on-one in the ring, who knows? Whether they show up or don't show up, that's big news.
Massive news.
Yeah.
We're going to do that.
We are. I love it.
Going to throw the gauntlet down.
Yep, I think so.
We're going to do that next show.
Yep.
Well, Rose, thank you very much. That has been some great, I think some great tips for us.
And Rosie, can I say, I just loved you when you were in WWE.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Yeah, the haircut's different. I'm assuming that's the Sheamus reference. Yeah. Can I keep this soap that you gave me, by the way?
Yeah, if you think you need it.
I definitely need it. Thank you, boys.
Thank you very much.
It's been a packed episode once again.
A packed episode. A big thank you for Rose joining us.
Yeah.
Some good tips.
And thanks to Deborah for, I guess, for...
She wasn't our guest.
Yeah, but, you know...
She's the venue manager.
Yeah, but she didn't have to be on the show. She obviously had...
Well, no, I forced the hand.
You did, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks to Norm for coming in and trying to help you out there by turning up. And
he had to go. He's the contact. He signed the contract. Why are you thanking him? He's got us into this rubbish. You got us into this rubbish.
I wasn't even here.
You got us...
Look, you know who to blame. We know who to blame here.
Yeah. So...
Jessica Bland.
Look, hopefully we've got these tips now to be more likeable.
I already feel more likeable.
You already feel more likeable. I already
feel more likeable.
You already feel as though the Rose influence has made you more likeable.
Haven't you seen I've got my rosy cheeks?
You certainly have. You certainly have.
Yes.
Well, Dan, look, we have a few minutes left. I know you wanted to talk about
wrestling.
As you always wanted to talk about wrestling. So we've got a couple of minutes we could talk about wrestling. So what's been happening in the world of wrestling?
I'm aggravated, Mark.
You're aggravated. Why are you aggravated,
I'm aggravated about Sol Ruka.
Oh, yes.
An NXT superstar who's moved up to the main roster. Fantastic talent, loads of charisma. And the booking team has botched her every decision. Her push is been terrible from day one.
How so?
Well, she's facing Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental title.
Yep.
At the big pay-per-view this weekend.
Yep.
She hasn't won a match since she's been up on the main roster. And she
has won a match.
When?
She won Saturday night's main event.
By DQ. I mean,
still won a match.
And then got beaten to death afterwards.
She beat Becky Lynch.
Listen.
She beat Becky Lynch.
She hasn't won clean. If you're going to be like...
hasn't won clean.
Look, I know you're a big Becky Lynch defender. I'm just saying that Sol Ruka...
My favourite wrestler hasn't won.
I'm just saying, if you're going to push someone, to be a suitable challenger for Becky Lynch's Intercontinental title, you need to give her some credibility. Has she looking, honestly here, objectively, has she got any credibility going into this match this weekend?
I don't know. I haven't been watching.
I'm just saying.
I watched Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
I watched that.
Okay.
So
What did you think of that match in the post-match?
I mean, it was fine.
For Becky?
It was fine.
Listen, if you want to put someone over
Set up
strong,
a bigger match.
Oh, well, look, the point is, Sol Ruka will probably win the Intercontinental title at the pay-per-view this weekend. Forget its name. Clash in something, right?
Clash in Italy.
Yeah, Clash in Italy, right. Nearly said Clash in Paris, but it can't because AJ Styles isn't there. Clash in Italy. But the point is, are the fans going to take Sol Ruka seriously, or is she going to be just another Lara Valkyria, or the chick that was feuding with Natty Neidhart, who they've already given up on, and they're turning her into Austin Theory's
Maxine
new girlfriend?
Dupree.
Yeah.
What's on giving up on her?
Well, yeah,
giving another thing.
They tried to make her like a hard sort of like shooter type wrestler fighting with Becky Lynch. She didn't get over. They had a non feud with Natty Neidhart that no one cared about, and now she's basically going to be Austin Theory's girlfriend. You know.
Well, I mean, she's hanging out with Otis and Tozawa.
Yeah, not for much longer.
So, like, you know, that's that.
All
that's
I'm saying is that
better
Becky
for
Lynch,
her.
and I'm not trying to blame Becky for this, but she gets her opponents under in this latest run. Lara Valkyria is less over now than she was before she feuded with Becky.
Lara Valkyria got herself under.
Well,
herself under.
But those matches with Becky were all pretty
yeah, that was
ordinary.
so.
And Becky Lynch has been unable to take any of Sol Ruka's big moves, particularly the Soul Snatcher, which is her devastating finisher, which she did absolutely perfectly in NXT week after week. Comes to the main roster, hasn't hit it once properly, botched it every single time. Is it all Sol Ruka that's botching, or is it because Becky, I'm just not in the right position?
I saw the one at Saturday night's main event, and that was the referee.
Yeah,
She did it to the referee that was pulled into position, which she might have injured herself doing. Well, that wraps up another episode of My Favourite Wrestler Isn't Winning.
I'm just saying, there are ways of putting people over, and they're not doing it with Sol Ruka at all. It's
certainly
terrible.
is. Well, Dan Lennard, we're about to run out of time.
MJF is the new AEW World Champion for the third time.
Well, you spent too long talking about
Edge
that.
and Christian, new World Tag Team Champions.
We will be back same time next week. Thank you very much, and ta-ta.